Hello students, a very warm welcome to this 10 years PYQ session on current and electricity. And as you know, we are going to discuss not just concepts. We'll be of course going through the important concepts based on your 10 years previous year questions, but as well as we'll be discussing interesting tricks around these problems whenever and wherever possible. And current and electricity is not such a complicated topic and a very easy topic from which you typically get 3 questions every year in your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Okay, JEE Mains actually. Right, this is going to be a very interesting and an important session today because we are going to discuss different kind of problems today, and it's definitely going to be very interesting. And do not forget to share this video on your social media like WhatsApp, Facebook groups, etc., and your Telegram channel. This is going to definitely help some student that is like 2021 aspirant or B 2022 aspirant not only to understand concepts but also techniques to perform in the exam. And students, that being said, I'm Muralidharan Gopalakrishnan. I completed my MS in Electrical Engineering from a top-ranking American university. I'm also an IITian and I'm also an electrical engineer. So don't worry about it. You're going to get into this topic with an electrical engineer. It's going to be super easy, super awesome. And I'm also an IITian who completed BTech from IIT Guwahati. I have 4+ years of experience preparing students for IIT JEE and other competitive exams. And I have filed 25 patent applications in India and abroad. And guys, that being said, if you are looking for a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it is going to be an Unacademy subscription any day, because we have the best educators across the nation on a very interactive and attractive platform with live polls and leaderboards. Not only that, students, we have the test series set by the best educators across the nation, and we'll be also providing like amazing analysis post this test series, so that you will be able to improvise upon your overall performance. And guys, it's going to be definitely a very interesting journey on an Unacademy subscription platform, because you will not only get access to like the best educators on a best platform, but everything is going to be in a structured manner. Your learning will become super interesting on an Unacademy subscription, because you don't have to worry about the planning, and everything is taken care on an Unacademy subscription platform. You can straight away come and attend these sessions without any planning, and we take care of the planning in a very structured manner. We'll be taking you throughout this journey in a very systematic manner, and you'll be in fact getting access to some of the important things that is necessary for your JEE preparation. That is going to be a live doubt clearing session, and also lots of quizzes and mega quizzes. And that being said, how do you avail an Unacademy subscription? Download an Unacademy learning app, log in, click on the left hand top corner extension bar, choose IIT JEE as your goal, and hit on this get subscription button. And students, one more amazing thing is that we do not restrict you by any batch. You can attend as many courses as you want, and it's a single price for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation on an Unacademy subscription platform. So that is another amazing thing about your Unacademy subscription. And not only that, guys, it's a value for the product that you're going to get, because we have authors like DC Pandey, DC Gupta sir on this platform. And coming to pricing part as well, it's going to be super reasonable. So a plus subscription is only going to cost you near about 25,250 if you go for a 6-month subscription. And it is typically recommended that if you are a 2021 aspirant and have no plans for drop, then you want to go for a 2021 aspirants with no plan for drop. That means you're already a dropper, and you may be in 12th class and you don't have a plan for drop. You may want to go for a 6-month subscription. And students who are again 2021 aspirants who have only one who are planning to drop, and or 11th class students who are just planning to prepare for 1 year, that is students who are going to get into 12th class. So this is for you. A 12-month subscription is for you. Yes, things can be done in 12 months very efficiently on the platform. We have in fact organized programs for you on an Unacademy subscription platform, and the pricing is going to be just less than 34,650. That's going to be like less than 2,900 per month. And students who are just about to get into 10th class or 11th class, definitely you want to go for a 24-month subscription, since it's a 2-year long journey. And how much do you have to pay for it? All you have to pay is 50,400. That's less than 25,000 or near about 25,000 a year for your plus subscription. So guys, yes, this is about plus subscription. We have something beyond plus subscription known as iconic subscription. On iconic subscription, you not only get access to the best educators across the nation, but you can also get access to personal mentoring session with these best educators, and in fact we have a team of IITians and NITians on our coaching platform. And guys, so think about it, students. You'll be getting personal mentoring session, one-on-one strategy sessions from IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey, and they will be efficiently guiding you because they have previously gone through this journey, and they will be helping you with the do's and don'ts during your preparation and also during your exam. And of course the pricing is also quite economical, and there are many more features on Iconic. This is just few among them, and on Plus you get everything. On Iconic you will get the Plus along with that of this access to this mentoring sessions, etc. And the pricing is also quite reasonable. A 6 month is only going to cost you less than 35,000, and a 12-month subscription is going to cost you near about 58,500, and a 2-year subscription is going to cost you 90,000 for 2 years. That is like 45,000 a year, less than 50,000 a year. So yes, this is one of the reasonable things and one of the best things. Definitely Iconic is one of the best things that you can avail if you are looking for one such thing. That is possible totally on Unacademy today. And students, yes, if you are looking for best discounts on your subscription purchases, be it 6 months, 12 months, 24 months plus or Iconic subscription, you want to apply Murli Live code. That is definitely going to get you the best discounts on your subscription purchases. You don't have to even think about it another time. And that being said, students, we have recently introduced something known as combo subscription on Unacademy. So what is this combo subscription? This combo subscription is a combination of both your board preparation and IIT JEE in one place at a very economical pricing. This has happened the first time in the history of education, where you're able to get a preparation for your board and IIT JEE at less than 90 rupees a day if you go for a 1-year subscription. If you go for a 2-year subscription, 2-year subscription, it's going to be less than 90 rupees a day, and if you go for 1-year subscription, it's going to be less than 120 rupees a day. But anyway, this could be one of the best things that you can avail if you're preparing for CBSE boards, and if you're looking for a single platform from where on which you can attend your classes from anywhere. This is going to be an amazing value product for you, and it is going to not only save a lot of money, but we have the best educators also for your CBSE board, not just only for IIT JEE. So this is going to be definitely one of the amazing things. If you want to get this, definitely do get it right now, because we have an amazing pricing going on, and make sure you apply Murli Live code during your subscription purchases. And yes, students, that being said, let's get into this PYQ session. I hope you got which kind of subscription you want to go for, and you got the information on that. But along with that, you should be having a plan for an amazing journey, be it you're a 2021 aspirant or be it you're a 2022 aspirant. A plan is the must thing, as I keep saying, and your willpower, of course, matters. So your willpower, your confidence in yourself will take off that anxiety and will help you better perform. Of course, you should not be getting lost into that, kind of happy feeling, but that is that confidence that should be driving you. No daydreaming. Daydreaming is going to kill your time, but at the same time, you should have the passion to get into IITs and NITs. Think about it, because you'll be getting a high quality education at a very less cost once you get into IITs and NITs, with lots of scholarships, with amazing research facilities, with some of the best campus facilities, like even sports facilities. When it comes to sports facilities, IITs do have some of the best things. So these kind of motivation should be driving you, and of course you should be having a robust plan. And definitely this PYQ session is one of the things that I'm conducting for you, so that you have an amazing understanding. And we are moving by weightage, so don't worry about it. You can attend them on daily basis. So let's get into the first question, and we are going to discuss 10 years PYQ. Do not forget to share this video, students. Definitely also ask your friends to attend it, because it's going to be a super interesting session. And as I told you, current and electricity is definitely the easiest topic. It's basic revision of concepts will be done in this PYQs. But if any is left, I'll definitely let you know at the end of this PYQ session, so that you can go through them. So right now, what do we have? Let's see, and try to understand the tricks that we are going to discuss, and also the trickiness of the problems, what kind of things that you can expect in the exam throughout this session. Alright friends, let's get into this amazing PYQ session. So a current of 2 milliampere was passed through an unknown resistor which dissipated a power of 4.4 watts. So when an ideal power supply of 11 volt is connected across it, So yes, this can be done very quickly if you can think about it just like this. But what is the thing that we know? The resistor is going to have a constant resistance. Let's get into the numerical part of it. There is no huge trick because as such the problem is very easy. Even if you do it, it's going to be a very quick one. So what you need to know is the current when it allows a current of 2 milliampere, you get a power of 4.4 watts, right? That's it. This is a very easy question. So think about how easy the questions are actually in this chapter. So think about it. It's quite a good chapter that you can attend for. I mean, like you can maintain completeness for your JEE preparation. So power is going to be, and this is for a specific resistor with resistance R. So power is going to be I square R. You all know this thing. So what should be R? R should be nothing but P by I square. This is an easy part, and of course we'll be discussing some techniques for your calculation as well. This is a thing that you should definitely know when it comes to current and electricity, because calculation sometimes tends to be very and it's in milliamperes, right? So if we convert this is going to be 10 to the power plus 6. Okay, 10 to the power minus 6 from the denominator would become 10 to the power plus 6. No, nothing, please. Not yet. Yes, no. I don't actually, right now I don't do that. So yes, how are you? So it's 10 to the power 6 some ohms, watts. So we have this, it's like 2200 kilo ohms, etc. Okay, so this is clear. Now, two equations, V square by R. V square by R is something definitely you have to remember. I square by R, I square into R, everyone remembers this thing. I know that because it's the basic thing that we go across. Good. Focus on the session. You'll be getting access to this amazing techniques that we can use. But this is a very simple question, guys. You don't even have to think too much. It's damn simple. Literally, let me tell you, this is the easiest thing that could have ever happened. My mistake actually. I square actually, right? So we have made a small mistake. This should be 4 and this should be 1.1. Okay. Okay, 2 square. I have taken it wrong. Okay, 2 square. Alright guys, that's really simple. We know the resistance value. Now what is the next thing that we need to know? We need to know what would be the power dissipated for a supplied 11 volt. The power is going to be V square by R. You can do this conversion, but this is something that you have to remember, especially, let me remind you one more thing for your exam perspective. When would you often use this thing? One has this kind of conditions where you have to you have been given some specific voltage and you are given a power. You're supposed to find out a resistance, and the other case could be there is a known resistance and a potential difference has been given to you and you have to calculate the power. But now there is another such scenario where you might want to often use this, that is parallel combination. It's going to be super simple. In fact, today we are going to have a problem which you can just guess from the options. So parallel combination of resistors. This makes our life really easy. Yes, do remember this equation. This equation is what generally, I'm not saying all the time, but generally, this is what you want to do. Good. You're definitely welcome. Just try to maintain completeness. Whatever you do, nothing, please try to maintain completeness. Good, very good. So power, how much is what we have to calculate, right? Okay. So let's get into this problem. It's not a big deal. And 11 volts, 11 into 11 square divided by it's a very simple, really the most simple problem that you can have. Be something 1.1 something, isn't it? To 10 to the power plus 6. So this would be a 10, this would be like a 5, so it would be like 1.1 11 into 10 to the power minus 5. Let's keep it as 11 into 10 to the power minus 5. I'm thinking it might be something like 1.1 into 10 to the power minus 6. I'm not sure. Let me just have a look at this. Maybe they'll be giving you decimal, they'll be considering this part. Anyway, the power is how much. Just be careful about the power part. What do you mean by power part is your exponential. What I mean is this power part while your calculation, and you convert the units properly. This kind of questions you can verify them once as well. If you know this question, any question in your exam, if you know they are very easy, just do spend a little bit more time, like just 20-30 seconds verifying whether something if you have done is going wrong, because these are like short questions, right, that you don't want to miss out. So definitely it's worth spending that extra 5% time, extra 10% time on them. So it's like 11 into 10 to the power minus 5. Of course it's not this thing. Alright guys, so that was super simple, I guess. So now let's get into the next problem. So that's the kind of problem that we have. But we have many more interesting problems as well. This cannot be said. We have a nice problem here. Okay, this is actually a theory that you should be knowing. I don't know, this might have not been introduced in current and electricity. This comes in AC. I think we have done this similar problem on inductor, and we've done a similar one on capacitor as well. What is the difference between inductor and capacitor graphs? Capacitor graphs is generally like potential versus time. So if let's say you have a capacitor, going to be a graph of generally stating what kind of graphs it will be: charge growth and charge decay graphs, right? Potential versus time, or charge versus time. You also have current versus time. I'm not denying that. Just to kind of get you the clarity around the growth and decay, and of course don't forget that you also have current and time. Basically differentiate the charge equation, you'll get the current graph, isn't it? And for inductors, very similarly, you will be not having charge but current versus time graph, which is going to look very similar to your charges. Okay, that is it. That's all you need to know. That's it. Okay, and if you know current, you can convert it into voltage. So yeah, right, inductor is constant, right, L into I. Okay, which is also going to be very similar to your charge graph. Now, what is given to you in the question? Let's read this question very carefully. In the circuit shown, the switch S1 is closed. Initially switch S1 is closed and S2 is kept open, right? And at time t0, the switch S1 is open. So initially what would be happening? Some current would be flowing. There would be some, initially it's like, if you remember, due to change in the current in the initial phases, there will be an opposing field inside inductor, and there would be a little lag, but there would be like a like current like not exactly growth. Ultimately it will become like a short circuit. You can say it's like storing some energy, but this energy is going to be ramping up in which way until this t0 time, some 1 minus e to the power t by tau. Okay, tau in this case is going to be L by R. Okay, something, it can be either this, it cannot be 1, it cannot be 3, or it can be either this. And of course, this again a straight line graph. This is not correct, because once what is being said, what is the next thing that is being said? S1 is open this time, so it's already, it has some energy stored inside it, and after some time you are closing S2 and you are keeping this open. So this is the closed circuit. So this energy is going to get lost, and how it is going to be? It's a decay graph, e to the power minus t by tau graph. So that's not a straight line graph. So this is also not the correct answer. So the correct answer should have been, that's all you need to know. That's it. Very interesting, easy question, right? Very conceptual. You can have a look at this equations. So this part would have been very similar thing you would be having if it was capacitor. It can be capacitor based question this time. That could be a charge. So okay. So let's say it was current versus time. Okay, this is for an inductor, right? This is for inductor. Okay, so you would be having something like this, right, for your inductor. These are the equations that are going to correspond. Okay, in fact, there should be a minus sign. All right. Now, let's do a thing, just a small exercise before we complete this question. Let's replace this with a capacitor. Okay, and you close the same condition. You close initially the switch S1, right, and you let some, of course, if it's a capacitor, what is going to happen? Some charge growth is going to be there, and then you close the then you open the switch S1 and you close the switch S2. Okay, a charge, okay, instead of I, it will be Q, and the graph would look very similar on the capacitor. But there could be another situation, current graph. Don't get confused in the exam. This can be one of the things that can be confusing you. Your current graph would not look like this. Current graph would be looking something like this, like a mirror. What I'm saying is, just forget these things for now. Let's say it's current for a capacitor. So we are doing a very similar thing. S1 is closed, then S1 is open and S2 is closed. Okay, instead of LC, it's going to be RC circuit, and we are talking we are not discussing about your charge growth and charge decay, but rather current growth and current decay. It will look something like that. Just a good thing to remember. At the end of the day, this will be useful. Okay. All right. So I hope this helps. Okay. Anyway, this is not present. Okay, this is this and this is not. All right, that's it, guys. That's it, students. Now let's get into this again. Color coding question. Very easy question. What is the thing that you need to know in color coding, guys? Students, just one single code and the way to write that code, and apart from that code, it's about the tolerance part. What all you need to know: gold, silver, and nothing. That means like nothing, or something will be given over. Okay, no color code would be given. Gold is going to be 5%, silver is going to be 10%, finest metal, expensive metal 5%, silver 10%, nothing 20%. Okay, and that specific code, just try it out. It's a very simple question. Definitely put your pen on the paper, check whether you are able to solve this question within next 1 minute or not. That is going to be really helpful. Sure, we'll do that. Relaxing time, definitely a very good name. Amazing name. We'll do that. Yeah, 3-month strategy. This is for 2021 aspirant, right? You're 2021 aspirant, isn't it? Yes. We will soon do that. Nothing. Relaxing time. We'll soon do that. Okay, by next week we'll be having a 3-month strategy, because I need to think deep for your strategy, especially when it comes to 2021 aspirant. I need to have a look at your data. I need to think carefully before giving any information. For 2022 aspirants, it can be a very straightforward strategy, like what it has told to you. You can even move step by step, topic by topic, the way you understand it. 2021 aspirants, just give me a little time. A very good topic, it would be like next 3 months, what could be a strategy, how you should be moving about it. We'll do a strategy session very soon. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get into this question. Students, try to solve this thing literally within next, I think we have been discussing for 1.5 minutes something. Okay, if you have been listening to that thing, take your time, try to solve it within 1 minute, 1.5 minute max to. These are all like cakewalk questions. Definitely. Max to max 2 minutes, not more than that. Get into this question then. Let's get into this question step by step. Not a big deal. So guessing from here would become little confusing if see, it's basically a mental exercise. It's orange, red. Let me try and explain you this thing. Orange, red, brown. Okay, brown, it's basically 1, and then we have red to be 2 and orange to be 3. Remember, it's BB Roy, right? Black, brown, red, orange, yellow. Okay, so how much should be half of this? It should be like 160. Okay, it's basically half and half. R2 by R4 is nothing but R1 by R3. So R3 should have been half of this, because R2's value is how much? 80 ohms, and R4's value is given to you as 40 ohms, right? If this is, we just found out the value of R1 is 321 ohms. That means R3 should be how much? Something like 160 ohms to balance this Wheatstone bridge, 160.5. So then what it should be, like 1 is going to be like your brown, of course, so you can eliminate 2 options among them. Just a moment, guys. This is, yes, I get it correct. We are doing that. Let me have a look at this, whether R2 and R4's value are given. We are doing it. Okay, so it should be brown. Just quickly doing it. Maybe if you remember it this way, it's good. If not, we'll go step by step, but this is something that you should be. Then 6. What do we have? First column, if you remember the way I told you, it's BB Roy. It will go until 4, and then it will be like Great Britain, so it should be like blue. Almost we have come to the answer. That's it. BB Roy of Great Britain. Okay, there should be another brown. Is brown 0? Black 0. I think black is 0, isn't it? There should have been 160. Do check out the color code once. BB Roy, black is the first thing that I hit in BB Roy. Let me do a thing. Let me quickly check out what is this BB Roy. Let me not give you the fundamentals, because this is an important thing. BB Roy, which is the first thing is black, isn't it? Black is the 0. Brown is the 1. So it would be not 2, but sorry, 160, right? So it would be like, okay, that is fundamentals are fine, but it should not have been clean, because we are going to keep it nearly about let's keep this as brown, blue. Okay, just for quick understanding. Okay. So 2021, 2022 aspirant. Which aspirant are you? Like first year, second year? Probably second year, isn't it? Like, we have lectures both on Unacademy Learning app and your JEE English channel. You can, if you are 2021 aspirant, what I would recommend is you can start with electrical measuring instruments. Theory, try to attend PYQ session. Okay, by the end of next week, probably we'll be completing all of your 10 years PYQs around JEE mains, and we have already completed some 4-5 sessions. Try to attend those sessions. Initially, I've taken it in a very slow phase, explaining each and every concept. That way you get a revision, and even moving forward in this next 1 to 2 weeks, I'll be doing that. And for theory, what you can do is one thing you can do is you can start attending electrical measuring instruments in one shot. There is a chapter that I hosted on your Unacademy Learning app. It's available for free of cost. You can complete that on your Unacademy Learning app. So that is going to be a little bit longer, 4.5 hours, but you definitely get a question. Most of the questions are either going to be from generally from your electrical measuring instruments. You can expect a question. Depends. This year it's going to be totally a surprise because you have many papers. And for color coding of resistors, it's available both on YouTube and Unacademy Learning app. Whichever you want, you can attend it. You can just type in color coding on our JEE English channel as well, and you'll be able to find the have I got more questions for you on Unacademy Learning app on color coding? Just do check out once the lecture. It's a very short lecture. Anyway, color coding is a short lecture. Okay. So I think there are a little bit more model problems on your, I think we have done this problem as well on your Unacademy learning app. So on your color coding. So these two chapters you can literally cover in less than half a day. This Saturday, start with electrical measuring instruments, students. If you are attending this PYQ sessions, they are going to be good enough for your JEE revision. But if you are not very confident about the theory, start with electrical measuring instruments. And color coding, I don't know if there is any importance this year. If at all any importance is given, it's totally possible. Okay, it's totally possible. That way, what you want to do is just a half an hour, 1 hour session is what you need to attend on Unacademy Learning Hub or JEE English. And rest of the chapters, you can either go for A to Z series, which are going to be, go for A to Z series at the moment. Okay, for your Unacademy Learning Hub, you'll be having A to Z series. Current and electricity, how many did we discuss? Probably 6 or 7 sessions, etc. So what you can do is you can attend PYQ sessions in the evening, morning you can go and watch the recorded videos on your Unacademy Learning Hub. But any day start with your electrical measuring instruments. Try to complete color coding of resistors. Maybe Sunday we have this PYQ session in the morning, so you may want to attend it, and in the evening you want to get started with A to Z series. A to Z series will take you 1 week, 1.5 weeks. You will be able to complete current electricity. But they are going to be like 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. Okay. Absolutely not a bad idea. Try to focus on semiconductors. Okay, very good question. Definitely an amazing question from Siddesh. So he asked, sir, the completed portion of physics. So, but there is a thing. If you don't have time, skip wave optics. But as such, you would get a question from wave optics. There is no doubt in it. But I think semiconductors is far easier. You don't want to confuse your time because you need to remember a lot of things in wave optics. At the end of the day, we'll be explaining your theory, etc. But unlike current and electricity or magnetism or even your mechanics, logic will work not to a great extent. You ultimately have to remember the expressions. There are really two very bad chapters in optics. That is, one is your optical instruments and wave optics. Optical instruments is a little bit far worse. So these two chapters you have to remember a lot. That way I would say probably focus on semiconductors. They are going to be a brand new chapter for you. That way you will be able to remember it. It's basically like, facts, bunch of facts you'll be learning, and you need to solve problems around them. You can quickly complete them. If at all you want to skip both of them and focus on revision, it's not at all a bad idea. Okay, ray optics is the most important thing. You may want to focus more on ray optics. All right, I hope you got your answer. Okay students, let's get into this easy question. It's an easy question, definitely an easy question. Okay, it's nothing more than an easy question. Okay, this is R1. We have been given some color code, so let's just keep it as R1. R2 we have been given as 80, and R4 we have been given as 40 ohms. Either one of them, I typically, if you have attended my sessions, I'll go by R1 by R2 divide is equal to R3 by R4. But this is also correct, R2 by R4. Whichever way you like to remember it, that is a little bit more logical. That's the reason I kind of, like go by this. But even this, you can get it from that. If you have any confusion in your exam, you want to go the other way around. Okay. Yeah, you are absolutely welcome, Sudesh. Absolutely. Right. And what we need to do, substitute the value of R2 and going to be twice. Here R3 is going to be how much? This is the first thing that we have concluded. Okay. Quickly. This is the only thing that you need to know. What is that? We have already done a few problems yesterday. Okay, this is one information that we have got. Balance Wheatstone bridge. Now work around the color coding. Color coding, what is that only thing that you need to remember? A person, B.B. Roy of Great Britain, is married to not just a wife but a very good wife. Not to even a good wife, but a very, very good wife. Okay. If it is convenient, write it down in double. And what is the first B? First B corresponds to black. Okay, first B corresponds to black, second is brown, red, orange, yellow. Okay, and this should be like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the other two things, just to revise you few things. One is gold tolerance, right? We are talking about percentage tolerance is also there in your color coding. What are those three things that you need to remember? If possible, also try and have a look at the table that we have discussed yesterday and try to memorize brown and black if possible. But these are the three main things: gold, silver, nothing or none. It's going to be expensive metal 5%, little less expensive metal 10%, and none 20%. That's it. But we don't need this in today's question. It's a 3-band resistor. I think I've done a mistake in this. Okay. No, everything is fine. Just get confused due to this first session. So, okay, let's get started. Okay, now first is black, and also do remember this. I just wanted to remind you. First G is green. What is the next G? It's gray. I think rest is clear. What is this W? White. Okay. Okay, let me do this way: black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Of course, this B is blue. Violet, like WIP-G, or green, and then you have white. Right? Everything is done. First G is green. So that's it. Now, how do we write down the value of R1? R1 value is how much? First, we have an orange 3, right? And then we have a red 2. And then comes what? First two are digits, D1, D2. And the next one is a multiplier, which is going to be 10 to the power D3, or you can say 10 to the power of X. And what is that X value? That is 1. In this case, it's brown. Second one is brown. Okay, this is where I got a little confused. I was thinking, at 160.5, then what are we supposed to? Maybe we would have to round it off according to your. So your answer should be 320 ohms. Okay, if this was just to give you an understanding of things, if this was like, let's say, green, it should be 5, right? If the last one instead of brown was green. I hope you understood that part. Here is just okay. We have R1. Now what is R2? I said 321 in the beginning. It's actually 320, guys. Okay, a mistake, right? And then you have the resistance R1 to be 320 ohms. R2 is how much? 320 by 2, 160 ohms, right? R3 is what we are calculating minus. R3 is okay. Always the last one is going to be 0. That's my mistake. R3 is R1 by R2. Okay, that way it's going to be 160. Now again we are going to work around BB Roy. Okay, this time just keep it in your mind. BB Roy, we need to deconstruct this. 6, what do we have? We have something like blue. Then we have something like we have something like blue. First one should have been brown. One is brown, second is blue, and third one is 10 to the power something. What is the 10 to the power something? It should have been brown. Okay, so the code should have been brown, blue. I hope you understood it. 10 to the power 1. Write it down this way: 1, 6 into 10 to the power 1. This is what we are supposed to do. So that way we know this 1 is what? Brown. The 6 is what? Blue. Okay. and 10 to the power what? Brown. That is 10 to the power 1. That's it. Okay. Sorry for a little confusion that I had, but to correct it. Okay. I would definitely write down the code and verify this because it's a cakewalk question. Alright students, that's it. Third one is a multiplier. First one is a digit. Second one is a digit. Second digit. And this is going to be your multiplier. And plus of tolerance percentage. Do definitely attend color coding resistors based concept of it. Once do check the syllabus. I wouldn't say without checking the syllabus, don't do it. But do check the syllabus. Another amazing question. Okay, this is definitely a question that you may want to think carefully about. So what do we have in the question? Let's read the question. Let's see if it's possible to guess the question, guess the answer from the question. Resistance of a meter bridge AB is given to you as 4 ohms. So this thing from here, meter bridge is going to be 100 centimeters, right? So 1 meter bridge. Okay, it's 4 ohms. Now, how much is this rheostat value? Initially it's kept at 2 ohms. Okay, first of all, which is that primary circuit or primary cell? This is the primary cell, students. Don't forget this part. This is the primary cell, which is the balancing cell, which is the one that you're measuring. This is the secondary one. Okay. Now it's just like that internal resistance question. So now where it is balanced at some point J. Okay. What is the beauty of this wire? Lambda. Constant potential gradient. Alright. Now it's 2, 4. That means it's in series. 4 is going to have twice that of potential dropping across it. So basically in this case it's quite easy. So it would be like 4 volts. Okay. So it's going to be like per centimeter, it's going to be something like, 0.04, right? So it's going to be 0.04 volts. Initially, this is lambda, don't forget this point. What have you done is, you have replaced this. So this is just to give you a good understanding of what it is. So this was initially, you got some null point and, okay, and initially the secondary cells values 0.5 volts, right? If it's 0.5 volts, where is it going to balance? Basically 4 volts by 100 into 0.5. So that would be like how much? 2 by 100. 2 by 100. Is that what it is? Going to be 1/8 of it. Just a moment. It should be sorry, my mistake. It should be EMF by lambda. So that would be like 1/8 of it. So it will be 1/8 of the original, like 1/8 of 100 meter. Okay, L by 8 or something. Just like potentiometer question, we are going to deal with this. So some 100 by 8 of it initially. Initially AJ was, you get into detailed solution, don't worry. It's 1 by 8 of some L. Okay. Now, what have you done? You have changed the rheostat and changed the battery such that you are getting the same null point. Okay. Now, what have you done is you have adjusted the rheostat value. It has become 6 ohms. Instead of 2 ohms. Now, if it's 6 ohms, this is still going to be 4 ohms because this wire is going to be like some constant and that kind of wire, and it's going to have a constant potential gradient, constant resistance, etc. Not now, the potential gradient is going to change, of course. Okay. So now it's like 4 ohms and 6 ohms. So it's basically how much potential is going to drop across this 6 by 10 into 4. So lambda 2 is going to be something like 2.4 volts by 100. Now what is being said is you're again getting it at some L by 8. When is that new EMF that can give you that same L by 8 or 100 by 8 or 12.5 centimeters? Just multiply them. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's it. That's all you need to know. Your L is nothing but 100, so that would get cancelled out. That would be like 0.3. And of course, you have changed, you have decreased this thing, right? You have decreased with introduction of 6 ohms, it's in series. You have decreased what? The potential drop across 4 ohms. Increase this resistance, so you have decreased the potential drop across 4 ohms. It cannot be 0.5 again. Okay, but you are able to obtain the same length. It cannot be 0.6. It might be either 0.3 or 0.4. Among 0.3 and 0.4, it's 0. Okay, let's get into this thing. So what it is, it's a very simple question. First of all, get started with try to observe this thing carefully. This is my primary. Initially my wire was of length 1 meter, that didn't change, okay, but had a resistance of 4 ohms. If we know this thing, we know all this thing. It's a very simple problem. So what are we supposed to do? It's a meter bridge. Length is equal to 100 centimeters or 1 meter, whichever way you'd like to keep it. And it's 4 ohms. Okay. Now initially rheostat value was like 2 ohms. And what is the potential drop across 4 ohms in this case? Galvanometer is balanced. Okay. Total potential drop across wire AB. It's a series combination 2 and 4 ohms, and this is 6 volts basically. So it's a very easy problem. Don't memorize this thing. I'm just writing it for the sake of it. That's it. This is going to be how much? 4 plus 2 into that of. In parallel, you will be doing the other way around. Okay. Just reminding you. So in this case, primary cells potential is how much? 6, and you have a 6 at 4 volts to 4. So initially potential across AB was 4 volts. Okay, we know this thing. Now we are still on the first thing. Okay, thing has changed. What do you know? It's 4 volt. What is the potential gradient, students? Lambda 1, you can say this to be 4 volts by L, which is nothing but 100 centimeters. This is going to be volt per centimeter. And how much EMF do we have in the secondary cell? We have something like 0.5. 0.5 volts is equal to secondary cells potential, which is nothing but lambda 1 into some balancing length, LB, or in this case you can call it as AJ. AJ, it's AJ. Okay, of course you know what to do now. It's basically AJ length going to be how much? V secondary divided by lambda. In this case it is how much? 0.5, as you know, divided by 4 into 100. 4 divided by, again 4 divided by 100, so basically 100 on the top. So Yeah, this is coming in centimeters. Okay. All right. Let's just keep it as 100 by 8 for now. A little bit more convenient. LAJ is nothing but 100 by 8 of a centimeter. Okay, you can simplify it. It's going to be 12.5, but here to do. All right. We have the first condition. Now in the second thing, what have you done? You have changed this to 6 ohms. Okay, this would still remain as 4 ohms. Now what is the potential drop across your AB? It has changed. It's not the same thing as before. Okay, let's call that as VAB dash. How much is that going to be? It's a series combination of 6 and 4. Primary cell EMF divided by 6 plus 4 into that of 4. That's going to be how much? 6 volts. It's given in a little different order. Like a different in reverse way. We generally study like this, right? If you invert this thing, that is how we generally study our potentiometer and meter bridge. It's basically given the other way around, so that not get confused in the exam. And you should not get confused in the exam. It is given to confuse you, definitely. Okay. VAB dash is going to be how much, guys? It's going to be 2.4 volts. So now it is not it's not 4 volts anymore. It's 2.4 volts. Go by percentage decrease as well, but anyway, that's too much. I guess it's rather a simple problem. We don't want to go by percentage decrease, etc. because that would complicate things. So anyway, students, so it's 40% decrease. It's also going to be 40% decrease in the EMF. That is when, but now your balancing length is remaining LAB, right? LAB, which was found out to be some 100 by 8 centimeters. And what is the other thing that we need to find out from this given information? Potential gradient. Lambda 2, new potential gradient, which is how much? 2.4 by 100 centimeters. This is what? New potential gradient, but the same old length for a new battery. You have replaced this EMF with E2, it's or epsilon 2. It's no longer 0.5 volts. That's it. Just multiply that lambda 2 with LAB, you will get the answer. That's as simple as it is. I told you in the beginning, it's a very simple problem. So your EMF 2 is the basic concept of electrical measuring instrument, right? Into that of same length of AJ. No, it's AJ. Okay. So this should have been like lambda 2. How much did we get? This 2.4 by 100, right? And length was how much? Something like 100 by 8 of AJ. So that would give us 0.3. That's it, students. That's it. It's a cakewalk. It's literally a cakewalk, isn't it? Yes, a cakewalk in your exam. There were better cakewalks. Definitely the first question was the best cakewalk. But as such, current and electricity is a cakewalk from which you get lots of questions. 3 questions, so worth it, guys. Worth spending time for your exam. Definitely worth spending time before. Okay. Let's get into the next part of it, and that's going to be very interesting, I guess. That's it. There's nothing rocket science in this. This is actually a very interesting problem. This is actually a 2019 JEE Mains problem. Have a look at the problem. This kind of questions were asked several times, not just in your. This is the first time in JEE Mains. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'll check out again all the questions. But this kind of question has been asked previously in your JEE Advanced, definitely in your JEE Advanced. Okay, so just have a look at this question. There is a very, 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 very easy way of doing this. Okay, I'll give you an equation at the end of the day, but okay, this is sometimes used to assess the accuracy, etc. A small expression exists. If we use that expression, we'll get the answer very quickly. Just have a look at this question. Okay, and we'll be applying few tricks as well. I'll tell you what are those tricks. These are some tricks that you want to remember. So what am I saying is, okay, first of all, what's the question? You have some resistance X, some resistance R, some resistance P, some resistance Q. So what is happening is, initially you give a value to this R. Initially, let's take it as R1. Okay, that is the balancing condition. Okay, then what you're doing is, they are near about the same resistances, but you're interchanging P and Q. Rather, I should be doing something. Okay, you're basically interchanging. Carefully notice this thing, students. It's a very important concept. Okay, the expression that I'm going to give you is going to be ultimately super helpful in your exam, if at all you see one such question. Okay, understand when this is applicable once we do the calculation. Just a moment. But what I am going to give you is going to be ultimately super useful during exam. Okay, then this Q is taken on this side, P is taken on that side. Interchanging. You basically understood. It's basically they are interchanging things. Then what happens is, you will be changing the value of R. You will be keeping X as it is. Okay. Now they would ask you, what is the value of X? The closest value of X. Very simple. Okay. This is something that you need to carefully understand it. P and Q are interchanged. Initially, you have some resistance R1 and then you change it to resistance R2. Initially, it was 400 ohms. You changed it to 405 ohms. In that case, they would ask you the value of X. X is nothing but under root of R1 into R2. That is all it is. Okay. So in this case, if we are substituting the value of, I'll come to the shortcut for this calculation as well once I explain you the concept. So stay tuned. This is 400 into 405 under root. It's definitely not 400. It's definitely not even 401.5. It's not 404. It's either between 403.5 or 402.5. It's going to be 402.5 because I know the answer. But I know a shortcut as well to solve it very quickly. I'll come to that point. This calculation can also be done very quickly, students. Very quickly, you can easily do this calculation. Okay. First of all, let's understand how this comes. It's a damn easy problem. It's definitely, even if we move, step by step as well, it's not at all that tough. Okay. Now you have a resistance R1 initially. Okay, we'll get to the expression and then we will keep this as R1. Okay, this is R1, and what have we done is, this thing, P by Q is equal to R1 by X. Okay. We change the color, red color. Now instead of this, we have given a new resistance while interchanging them. So now what happened? This is no more Q, this is P, and this is no more P, this is Q. And of course, you have given this, you have changed the value of R or R1 to R2. Okay, so this is the second thing that we are doing, right? What would you get this time? This time it's not P by Q, but rather Q by P is equal to R2 by X. Okay, easy, simple, damn easy. Just a moment, students. Let me erase this and write it down neatly, because this itself is going to be very useful. So we haven't discussed one such thing earlier. Now, what you're going to do, basically multiply both of them. What would happen if once you're going to multiply, this and this would get cancelled, this and this would get cancelled. On the numerator you will be having R1 and R2, on the denominator you will be having X square. So you will be having some expression like this. That is how we are getting it. Important, actually, very important. We do this practically during our Wheatstone bridge calculation. So from this, can we say X is equal to under root R1, R2? They are going to be near about values generally. That's it. That's it, guys. That's it. Okay. Now, next comes the calculation trick, number trick. Number trick, what is that thing that you are going to apply, students? Definitely something very easy that we are going to do. Trust me. One thing you can do is you can multiply 401 with 401, 402 with 402. Basically, this is some square, right? That is one of the ways of going about it. Okay, to see which is the nearest value. Step by step, step by step, step by step iteration. Initially you take, it's not 400 in this case because one is already 400, other is 405. It should be between some 400 and 402 or 403. Actually, it's not necessarily always, 405 into 400 and 405 into 400 will always come out to be 402.5. That is also an approximation. You can do an iteration, like you multiply 401 square, then you calculate that, and you do 402 square, you calculate that, then you do 403 square, you calculate that, and then deduce the answer from the question. Okay, other way of going about it is, just notice this thing carefully, students, very carefully. What are we going to do? Let's substitute the value of R1 and R2. R1, R2, I'm substituting the value of R1 and R2. 400, 405. Okay. Now just notice what I'm going to do. Sometimes this is applicable, totally applicable. Okay. Now it will be generally nearby values, isn't it? This interchanging thing, why do we do this? Because it's generally nearby values. $400 into 400 into 1 plus 5 by 400. Can we do this? Yes. Yes. What have we done? This is nothing but this is going to give you 405, then add it, and this 400 would get cancelled. Now you can comfortably pull out 400 because basically you have a 400 square. Okay, and then what do you have in the root? 1 plus 5 by 400 to the power 1 by 2. It's basically root. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some approximation. This approximation is a nice approximation. Okay. That's it. What have we done, students? Color. So I hope you remember this. Used to discuss this. 1 plus x to the power n can be written approximately 1 into n into x, given that x is different, that x is different. You can take this to be y if you want. If this is confusing, let me do a thing. I know for not every one of it's confusing, but bear with me, have some patience, that would help you. Okay, in this case, this y supposed to be generally less than 1. You can apply this. It's a binomial approximation. Okay, that's what we have done, students. That's what we have done. Now, guys, is it a big deal? Try to solve this question. You'll get the answer accurately. 2 decimals. Just try and solve this. Okay, let me write down the least one of the values over here. It's basically 400. Simple tricks. You generally do not get time to discuss these tricks during your 800, right? 400 into 2. 400 into 1 by 2. That's what we have done. 1 into x plus n. It's a simple trick. So what do we have? X is equal to, okay, this is something. What is the most important thing is this is the most important thing, understanding the concept. And next is this, okay, this approximation part. Okay, all right, students. So this is what 805, 800 into 5, sorry, 800 into 1 plus of 5, basically 805, my mistake, 805 divided by 800, this term into that of 400. Easy. Yes, 2 4 0 2 5. Quite damn easy, huh? It's a very simple one. It's a very simple question, isn't it? I hope you understood this trick. If not, just do rewind this video. If you are watching a recorded class, if you're watching a live class, wait until the class gets over and go through this again. Definitely go through this again. Don't miss out this it's a nice trick. Okay, we have discussed many such during 2020 PYQs. We didn't get a chance to discuss one such in the last one, but we'll be discussing several such things in upcoming sessions too. So like a nice revision session, nice technique session. JEE Mains, upcoming JEE Mains. Alright students, I think that was very easy. This is a simple cakewalk question. Let's do this question. There are 2 ways of understanding this. To be honest, to be very, very, very honest, this also you can remember. How do I? Okay. So now what is happening is you have 2 equal resistances and they are connected in series to a battery. Let me define something like this over here. Series, and let's say you have R, so many R's connected in series, same resistance. Okay, what is going to be a net resistance? N into R. You can move by this itself, students. We don't even need to get a detailed explanation on this. Okay. Now, next question arises. What is the power consumed? What is the power consumed? Power consumed, okay, two equal resistances consume 60 watts. Forget this numbers, we'll throw in this number later on. In such cases, let me read the question once. Two equal resistances when connected in series to a battery, or it can be n resistances when connected to a battery, consume some power would be given to you. If these resistances are connected in parallel combination to the same battery, it can be not just two but n such things, the electric power consumed would be. Okay, so let's keep this as power as PS. What is going to be PS? You know, B square by N into R. Okay. Come to the final thing that you need to really understand and remember. Students, you have, like, you know, 10 resistances, similar resistances, or even not similar resistances. You connect them in series and you connect them in parallel to the same battery. Which one would be consuming more power? One in parallel, because same potential is going to drop across different resistors. Okay, one in parallel. To understand that, there would be like P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4. Here one current would be flowing through all the resistors. Okay, let me come to the next one. Now you have a parallel combination of resistors, like let's say not just one, two, so not just two but n. Okay, like R and this is still n, whatever it is. Now, what is the parallel combination equivalent? Parallel equivalent is going to be n by R by n, sorry, R by n. Now, what is the power in parallel? Same thing. You substitute the value of equivalent resistance R by n. Okay, you're getting this to be like n into V square by R. So, for a little bit easier understanding of things, okay, we are actually going to only substitute this value. So this is what you need to notice here and here itself. Okay, you should have done it in a new page, but let's say we have too many questions in this PYQs. If it has to be a nice revision session for you, must do a lot of problems, but in the current time we will be simplifying some things. Okay, let's call this as some P by N. And if this is P, what have I done? I've changed this thing to P, right? So this is going to be N into P. Okay, so we have something like power in series when n similar resistances are connected in series. It's going to be P by N. That is like power dissipated by one resistance, just one resistance connected divided by N. Other thing you need to know is power in parallel is going to be how much? N into P. What is the relation between parallel and series combination in the square? In this case, square would be existing. N square into P. Okay, is that correct? Yes. So equate P and P, you will get the answer. So it would be like N into P into S. From here you will be getting P is equal to N into PS, and here you will be getting P is equal to P parallel by N. Just equate both this thing. Just one small hint, N square P S, don't take it as P, it's PS. Okay, another thing is your parallel is going to consume more power. Now quickly, two resistances, it's basically 2 square into that of 60. So it's going to be how much? It's going to be 240. it cannot be, of course, be 60 or 30, you know that thing. That is quite logical. Many times your JEE advanced question will be that such that, you know, they are given you different resistances basically to check your concept. And what would happen is 3 values would be given, just 60, 30, 40, another value would be 240. You don't have to even do the calculation, you can directly guess that from the answer. I hope everyone understood this concept. This is a really, if not, definitely try it out yourself as well. So N resistance is connected in series, net resistance is going to be N by N into R. The connected to same battery of potential V or EMF V, it's going to be V square by NR is the total power, right? You know this thing, I believe. If not, we have just discussed it in the session in the beginning. I'll just go through that if not. And then we have like V square by R is equal V square by R. I've just separated it out. These are some things that you need to do, like mathematical things. And P is nothing but one resistance connected to that battery. You can think about it that way. And similarly, NR resistance is connected in parallel, it's going to give you R by N. Okay. And what about your parallel combination power? V square by R by N. R equivalent. What are we doing is R equivalent. That's what we are doing. Whenever we are writing down power, right? We are doing V square by R equivalent. Nothing else. Same thing as I square into R. No difference. Okay. That's what we are doing. So this would come out to be N into P into R. This would come out to be PR into N. The relationship between parallel and series is going to be N square into PS. But do remember, it's for just if one resistor's consumption is given to you and N such resistors are given to you, you should be thinking about this. Just for revisions, just do try and grab this point, grasp this point, grab and grasp whatever you want to do. PR divided by N, series it will reduce because resistance has increased. Parallel it will increase. Okay, because more potential, more power is being consumed by multiple resistances in parallel. Same potential is strong, more current is weak. That is it. It's P parallel is equal to N square into PS. I could have done it the other way around, but this would be helpful in your exam. It's going to 240, right? In this case, P parallel is being asked, P series is given to you, and okay. N is 2 equal resistances, only equal, this is valid. And what is PS? 60. P parallel is equal to 4 into 60, that's going to give you 240 watts. Simple question, just a sample. Okay, I believe this was also very easy. If you knew this concept, it could be like 30 seconds, 40 seconds to revise this session. So you're revising things, and we have many more interesting problems coming up. We'll take it up, don't worry, and in the upcoming sessions we'll do that. We have many more problems coming up, many more problems. Of course, 2019 has given us like a lot of problems, a lot of interesting, a lot of electrical measuring instrument. If you notice, you know, electrical measuring instrument is one of the most important things. Galvanometer based thing, this is like, you know, meter bridge based thing. We already saw a meter bridge based thing. Around there were like, you know, 3 questions in 2019 per paper. So anywhere around like, you know, 45 questions is what we have in total. Okay, some people had like 2, but that is like even like 2 sessions. Generally it's like 3 questions. 3 questions at least. What it seems to be from the paper is like 1 question is from electrical measuring. Try and cover it. Okay, galvanometer again, sensitivity of galvanometer based question. And yeah, another thing that I've noticed is power based questions. Parallel series combination is the other one. Rarely current density, but that is going to be a beginning chapter, so try to cover current density. We are discussing some concepts in this PYQ session, so stay tuned in this PYQ sessions. And anyway, I'm discussing all of the concepts, and combination with combination resistor combination with capacitors and resistor combination inductors is another thing that you can. And students, yes, this Sunday we are going to have a free of cost special class on your Unacademy learning app, where we are going to discuss 10 years PYQ on your electrostatics. This is going to be part 1 from 10 AM to 1 PM, and it's going to be on your Unacademy learning app. going to be on your Unacademy Learning app. It's going to be a free of cost special class. And students, on Monday, same time, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. we'll be having the second session of this 10 years PYQ series. And what is this PYQ series on Monday and Sunday that we are going to have? Going to be basically 10 years questions that we'll be discussing, two back-to-back sessions, of course, but with a lot of tricks to solve them in your exam. Okay, not every question can be solved by trick. There are a few concepts that we need to undergo, but I'll be discussing the concepts, but there are definitely some tricks that you can apply during your exam. Okay, so yes, definitely one of the worthwhile session would be getting started with this PYQ session on electrostatics. And not only that, try and complete units, dimensions and measurements. In fact, we'll be using dimensional consistency as one of the key method in your previous year questions in your electrostatics. 2 questions is what you will get. Okay, we'll be doing a nice revision in this thing. We have already discussed 2020 JEE Mains PYQs on your Unacademy Learning app, which is available for free of cost as your special class. You can complete that as well. We will not be discussing this 10 years 2020 PYQ along with this 10 years. We'll be discussing from 2019 to 2009 paper, or 2009 to 2019 paper. So try and complete them, and we will be using dimensional consistency as a key method in this technique chapter, like technique session. It will be like shortcuts, concept based shortcuts. You need to understand really the dimensional analysis, dimensional consistency analysis as the key part to solve the problems. And that being said, students, yes, very interesting chapter for your JEE preparation. Why do I say very interesting chapter? Because it takes less time, be it during a preparation or be it during an exam. All you need to attend is 4+1 session, and we have completed everything around units, dimensions and measurements on your Unacademy Learning app for free of cost. These are all A to Z sessions, little fast-paced sessions, little lengthier session. If you attend it live, you can attend it all with polls and leaderboards, so you'll enjoy the experience and it will be a nice revision. So units, dimensions and measurements A to Z series, we have already completed everything. Units based problem, dimensional analysis, dimensional consistency analysis of few quantities as well in your questions, some shortcuts, error analysis, least count analysis, and measuring instruments like vernier calipers and screw gauge. A very important chapter for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. You can check out past 10 years JEE Mains paper. You will not come across a single paper without this question. Easiest chapter, less time consuming. Definitely you will get a question. Be it during an exam, it's going to be that easy question. It's available for free of cost on your Unacademy Learning app. Be sure to check it out and complete it. In fact, even 2021 aspirants do complete it. Definitely do complete it, and practice more problems if possible. We have discussed an ample number of problems, but still try and complete more problems, especially 2020 aspirants. 2021 aspirants, this should be good enough. 2020 aspirants, try to practice a little bit more if possible. And students, if you do not have Telegram app yet, just to download the Telegram app and click on this link. This link is available on the description box in this YouTube video. If you click onto this link, you will be, after downloading Telegram app, of course, if you click onto this link, you will be getting onto a Telegram channel where you will be getting live before time updates on every session conducted by our JEE English team, be it on Unacademy Learning app or be it on JEE English YouTube channel. Okay, you'll be getting before time updates, and not only that, you'll be getting latest information and news related to your exams. And students, that being said, do download Unacademy Learning app as well, because this is going to be one of the finest things for your JEE preparation. Why do I say this? Because I keep conducting A to Z sessions, PYQ sessions, important, very important topics, A to Z sessions, PYQ sessions, and they're all available for free of cost. So I keep conducting this on Unacademy Learning app. You can follow me to get the live updates, students. And not only that, you can attend these classes from anywhere. So yes, downloading app is going to give you live updates. Otherwise, in your web-based version, you may not get it. So you want to download Unacademy Learning app. And students, of course, Unacademy is what you have to type in, and the first search result is going to be Unacademy Learning app. Just click on this install button. Do not hesitate to do this, because you will be having an amazing app handy. If you follow me, you'll get live updates. You can follow the educators, you'll get live updates. Moreover, very importantly, you can get access to free of cost quizzes and many more things like Unacademy Combat, etc. by downloading this app. And not only that, students, the most competitive, gamified, rewarding IIT JEE battle ever is going to happen again on 17th of January. And what is this thing all about? It's going to be a competitive, gamified IIT JEE battle. Of course, as you know, you're going to compete with a national level crowd of your own batch. So it would be like, 11th class students will be competing with 11th class students. 12th class students will be competing with 12th class students, droppers will be competing with droppers, and it's going to be an amazing learning experience. You'll be competing with some national level rankers, etc. So that way your learning becomes a very important part of this Unacademy combat. Not only that, it's going to be a very intensive gamified experience where you're going to enjoy each and every part of this amazing battle. And you'll also get to win some amazing rewards. We are going to distribute hundreds of Amazon vouchers, Apple iPad, Apple MacBook Air, and Apple EarPods. Some of the best things, some of the nice things that you can have. So enroll today with Murli Live Code. So this is something that you want to do so that you'll get the maximum benefit once you apply Murli Live Code. So enroll today. It's going to happen on the next Sunday, 17th of January. Don't miss it out. And students, that being said, if you are looking for the best in class platform or the best in class program for your JEE preparation, it's going to be Unacademy subscription. It's a complete package for your JEE preparation champions tool. And what do you need to do on this specific thing? Nothing. You just avail the subscription, you follow the classes, you can attend as many classes as you want. And what do we have for you? We have the best educators across the nation. You can attend daily live interactive classes with these best educators, with polls and leaderboards, so that your learning becomes fun and you don't have to get bored during your learning. More importantly, you'll get access to a test series set by national level, a national level test series set by the best educators, and you will be also provided analysis using which you can improvise upon your performance. You can analyze your mistakes, and in fact, you can attend live doubt clearing sessions with the best educators. In fact, we have authors like DC Pandey, DC Gupta sir on this platform. And students, yes, and the amazing thing about this Unacademy subscription is you not only get access to live doubt clearing session, but every program on Unacademy subscription platform is going to have live doubt clearing session. So think about it. The best thing could be for your JEE preparation is Unacademy subscription, definitely. But you will get everything in a structured manner on Unacademy subscription platform. In a very systematic manner, you'll be getting dedicated live doubt clearing sessions and also quizzes and mega quizzes. In fact, every fourth session is going to be live doubt clearing session. And not only that, as I told you, it's one subscription, unlimited access. You can access as many programs as you want during your JEE preparation. So that is an amazing thing about Unacademy subscription. And how do you avail Unacademy subscription? All you need to do is download Unacademy Learning app. If not, you can attend it from web-based version as well. But having an app is going to be like super useful. You can attend the classes from anywhere. And download the app, click on the left hand top corner extension bar, select plus, select IIT JEE as your goal, and click on this get subscription button. And we do have programs for both at JEE Mains and JEE Advanced on one subscription. And of course, there are no batch restrictions, as I told you. And even when it comes to the pricing, it's pretty economical. And who should go for what kind of program? So let's say you are a 2021 aspirant, not planning to go for a long term. That is, you are already in long term, or you are a dropper and you do not have any plans for drop, or you are in 12th class and you do not have plans for drop. You may want to go for a 6-month subscription, which is going to cost you near about 25,000. Okay, 25,250 only. And students like 2021 aspirants who have planned for drop, be dedicated. If you have planned for drop, don't think about it right now. That is what I would say. But be dedicated. And if you're dedicated, of course, 12 months is good enough, because you have already done the concepts. You'll be anyway giving 1 month to your board or 1.5 months to your board. You'll still have 10.5 months, and you can complete many things. And of course, if you are a 2021 aspirant, no plans to drop, that is like students in 12th class or 11th class students who are confident that you can complete your preparation in 1 year, you may want to go for a 1-year subscription, a 12-month subscription, which is going to cost you near about less than 35,000, like 34,650, or less than 2,900 per month. And students who want to go for who should go for 24-month subscription, students who are about to get into 10th class, 11th class, etc. Okay, who have 2 years, definitely it's a 2-year long journey. If you do it 2 years, you're going to do it really well, and of course you will have an edge. That is the competition, but it does not matter for droppers and 2021 aspirants, because you have already gone through enough of basics and you can do it. But students who are just fresh into 10th class or 11th class, so you may require, 2 years, and this might be an ideal subscription for you, which is going to cost you less than 70 rupees a day. Okay, 50,000 for 2 years, basically 50,400 for 2 years, like 25,000 for a year. And this is our plus subscription, where you get access to all these features, and we have something known as iconic subscription. On iconic subscription, you not only get access to all the plus features, but along with that you can get personal mentoring session, one-on-one, personal coaching from IITians and IITians, expert guidelines, strategy sessions from NITians, IITians, best educators. So think about it, this is now possible, and think about it, you are getting personal guidance from NITians and IITians who have previously gone through this journey, who will be helping you with all the kind of motivation and the energy that you want, and also with well planned strategies that can help you with the do's and the don'ts that you should be doing during your JEE preparation. Of course, very important thing is what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. That is some things that you should be ignoring. This all will be like given to you by successful alumni of IITs and NITs. So think about it. Some of the best things that you'll be getting on iconic subscription, if you can afford it, definitely one of the best things for your JEE preparation. And when it comes to the pricing part, it's only like 34,200 for 6 months subscription, and for a year-long subscription it's going to cost you 58,500, and for 2 years it's going to cost you less than 50,000, like 45,000 per year. For 2 years it's 90k. Okay, and make sure you apply Murli Live code, be it you're purchasing 6 months, 12 months, 24-month plus or iconic subscription, so that you can get maximum discount. And of course you're going to get to know many more things from this code. Yes, of course I'm giving you all those insights that you need, who should be going for what program. So do apply Murli Live code. Students, you can also apply Murli Live code on many of many of the programs on Unacademy subscription platform, so that you can not only avail discount, but you can unlock some features, etc., for free of cost, or you can avail the maximum benefit. And that being said, you can also apply Murli Live code on combo subscription. So what is this combo subscription? We have recently introduced an amazing program for both your JEE preparation and your CBSE board preparation at one price. Right, and it's more economical than ever, because you are going to get both the coaching of CBSE and board CBSE board preparation and IIT JEE preparation in one place, which you can attend from anywhere. And in fact, we have some of the best educators for your CBSE preparation on our combo subscription platform or combo subscription as well. So it's the same thing, but combined together it's going to be economical. And it starts at less than 90 rupees a day for a 2-year subscription. For a 1-year subscription is going to cost you less than 120 rupees a day. So make sure you apply Murli Live code while you purchase combo subscription as well. And students, yes, you can go for iconic JEE and plus CBSE subscription, which is going to start from 4,687. And you can go for iconic subscription, a full iconic subscription for both CBSE and IIT JEE, and it's going to cost you like only 5,500 per month. And you can go for a plus subscription as well, like CBSE 11, 12 coaching along with IIT JEE coaching, which is going to start, or which is going to be only like less than 3,000 per month. Do apply Murli Live code, you'll get it at less than 3,000 per month. So it's an amazing value package for your JEE and board preparation at one price. And you can also go for plus of IIT JEE and an iconic of CBSE, right? And how much is that going to cost you? Like 3,900 per month. So definitely a very good thing for your board and JEE preparation, and one of the most economical and very really good package for your JEE preparation at an economical price. That is what it is. And coming to your payment methods, you can go for debit card, credit card, UPI, etc., net banking. But we do also have access to something known as pay in parts, our in-house feature, and also something known as no-cost EMI. And you can split your payments into multiple parts, and you don't have to worry about paying all the fee at once. An amazing thing for splitting your payments into multiple parts, where you do not have to go through the hassle of paying all the fee at once. And guys, now our JEE English team is also available on your iconic subscription, right? And what are we doing now? We can take your JEE preparation in English if you want. If you want iconic subscription in English or any language of preference, you can do that with us right now on your iconic subscription. And you can take your JEE preparation to the next level with our personal coaching, IIT JEE workshops, expert guidelines. We have a team of IITians, NITians, and head of coaching institutes on our team. And something that we have launched recently, information for 2022 and 2021 aspirant, we have launched a Manzil batch and a Rank Booster 2.0 batch. So Rank Booster 2.0 batch is for 2021 aspirants and Manzil batch is for 2022 aspirants. And guys, you can enroll right now on an Unacademy subscription, and you can get your education or classes from some of the best educators of our team. And not only that, some of the best educators of our team have also launched on 28th of December an Edge and Excellence batch. An Edge batch is for class 11 students, class 12 students, and an Excellence batch is for class 11 students. So make sure you apply them. You will have an amazing learning from the best educators across the nation. And students, do not forget to share this video, like this video, because it's a free of cost full length technique concept lecture that you're getting. Especially it will be very useful for 2021 aspirants, so do share it and click on that subscribe button, because you will be getting live notifications, etc. And definitely click on this notification button. That is when you will be getting the notification. So do click on the notification button and like and share this video, guys, and definitely do talk about this channel. And work hard and smart to achieve your success. So in this PYQ sessions, you must have understood very well that it's not just about hard work. Sometimes it's also about smart works. Do them parallelly. Plan your preparation very smartly, acquire knowledge and share it. Keep smiling, ignore any gossips. And I believe you have a news for your JEE Advanced. 75% bar is removed. That's an amazing thing, and you should really be happy about it. Stay focused, have your dreams, and have your dreams alive, and work hard and smart towards it. It will happen. And maintain the positivity and stay optimistic. And yes, students, tomorrow I'll see you then in the gravitation session. Do 2021 aspirants also attend the gravitation session, because we are discussing really something important right now. We already discussed today something. Try and complete that lecture as well. And we'll be having a PYQ session again at 7:30. So don't miss out both of the session, PYQ and upcoming gravitation session. If possible, try to cover last 3 to 4 lectures on your gravitation. That would be really be helpful for your preparation. And also upcoming sessions, because we are going to discuss PYQs and gravitation as well. So that being said, students, apply Murali Live code. If you come across any feature that you want to unlock with the code, you can do that with Murali Live. Also, be it combo plus iconic subscription 6, 12 or 24 months, you can avail it at the most reasonable price by applying Murali Live code, and you can get maximum discount. See you in the next class tomorrow with many more problems, many more tricks, and also in the gravitation session with a very, very important concept. So we have just completed a concept today. Tomorrow we'll be having another concept. Take care, stay safe.